Welcome back, hot rodding brothers and sisters. I know, that's not a hot rod. This week, we're going to attempt to do some maintenance on this here. Is that a sports car? It's a Mini Cooper. Supercharged, so at least that's hot rod. I don't know. I don't speak European. I'm not bilingual. All we're doing is putting an alternator in. So yeah, you can see a little better down in there. An alternator. I think it's seized up. I can't get my mitts in there. This week on the channel, this hot rodder is going to attempt to speak European sweet nothings to this Mini Cooper S John Cooper Works Convertible with a supercharger in it. All we're doing is putting an alternator in. Who knew that they for like 6 hours to do that? Never worked on one of these in my life. Come along for the hilarity. Come along for the frustration. Hang around to the end to see if there's a tombstone in front of this with my name on it, or you see me dancing a jig, because, you know, woohoo, we figured it out. If we get it running and charging right, then we're going to do some detail work. We're going to clean up the rims and make it look as nice as possible on the cheap. It's an inexpensive car. We traded some things, some doodads and things of a classic car nature to another classic car hot rodder who looked at this and said, I can't do it. So we're going to give it our best try. Picked up an alternator, picked up a new belt, got a broken dipstick. We're going to change the dipstick tube while they're in there. We're trying to figure out how to speak a foreign language. I don't speak European, so I don't know what you're saying. Hopefully you understand English. Be gentle to me. Yeah, I've officially lost my mind. Wonder if YouTube teaches European language. I think it's seized up. I can't get my mitts in there. I probably could if I squeezed real hard through the belt. So it's locked up. Let's hope, fingers crossed that the tensioner didn't lock up. That thing's not cheap. This is the supercharged version, which is kind of cool. Looks like the skid plate's missing. I watched a video. I learned to speak European. Just looking to see what it takes to get this off. You can do it on jack stands on the ground. I'm old. I ain't gonna do it this high in the air. I just wanted to look this car over a little more. See what I'm actually dealing with. Supposed to be a skid plate in here that comes off. Looks like it's busted. That's it right there, actually, part of it. So hoping that ain't bad. That's a electric power steering. A little oily, not horrible. These are supposed to just come right out. So what we're trying to do is, according to the video, this whole radiator assembly dealy bob gotta come boarding off so we can get at that alternator. I'm getting everything out of the way so that this moves. So the next thing to get out of the way is the condenser, because the condenser has hard lines that won't allow this to move. So you take the bracket, you take this over here that holds the hard line, and supposedly this swings out of the way. We will see, right? Do that. Okie dokie. And then we gotta uncouple that. Okay. The alternator's right there. We're so close. I forgot a step. No. Say it isn't so. So there's supposed to be, the whole thing comes over here. Supposed to be. Other ones look like tearing that one apart. little fiddling around. Nobody explained this. It looked like a housing. It's not a housing that you have to lock this out with. It's just the plunger of the spring. To be able to see this without being in my dang way. Okay. So got my little pick in there. There's a spring on the bottom. I'm compressing that, and on the top, no way to film this. Plunger comes up that has a hole in it. I stuck that in the hole so that the spring can't decompress, because that's your tensioner pulley, and that is what puts tension on the belt. And I'm doing it now. There ain't no belt on here because the belt's off, but I'm doing it now because I can. And that's what they tell you to do if you did have a belt and we're changing the alternator. Oh yeah, well, you know what? I can't even turn the pulley. I can't even turn this. It's completely frozen. So, no wonder the belt broke. Glad it was that, not our tensioner. Everything else seems free. I rolled that pulley back there. I rolled. There's no slop in it. There's no wiggle in it. It spins nicely. And then that's the supercharger. But just after that is our tensioner pulley, and that spins nicely too. So I think we're good. I in the video did it from underneath, but I think I can get after everything up here. Alternator, radiator hose, plug on top, and then 10 mil on the back of that. Might have to go underneath to do this, what the guy did in the video. And here, I'm not doing a tutorial for you guys. Because I'm just a numbnuts. I'm just a numbnuts here. I'm a numbnuts hot rodder. You can get your hand on that better from underneath. My God, extra.
3 bolts holding that thing to the block. What I'm gonna do is loosen that bolt, and maybe move the alternator enough. Put hands on it. And we also have to replace this bad boy, because I guess that's a pretty common thing. Dipstick breaks off, and it's still in the tube. Because that tube bends down and bends over and bends down, it's stuck in there, and you don't want to go in the motor. So I got to pull the tube out of the block, and I've got a new one of these to put in, but you got to pull the tube out of the block to get the old part of this out. So let's try to do that part of that right now. Bolt all the way out, and whatever happens, happens. Hopefully we don't break any wiring. Almost all the way. Oh. Superhuman. What in the hell? Nothing's ever just straightforward. Why do you have to have some goofy ass fucking plug on an alternator that's impossible to take off? Because we don't want you to ever fix your car. We want you to replace the whole damn thing when the alternator goes bad.
1 hour later.
All else fails.
manhandle the living crap out of it. Alright, I got it out. Wow, what a pain. You can see the dipstick is still in there. I don't know if you can see on that end. Kind of see it down on this side. Yeah, we just don't want to push that back down in the motor when we put the new one in. It's such a common issue with BMW. Instead of making a better product, they just make a video on how to fix it. Alright, I'm gonna clean that up because it's pretty crusty. And weasel it back in there. It didn't come out easy. Weasel it back in there. And then I gotta bend this tab because you have to take the whole, this is touching. So how do you lift it out? You can't lift it out if it's touching, right? So it's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be straight out here. You bend it over, and then it's the thing that it was hitting is here, and now you can lift it up past that. And then when I get down in there, I'll bend that sucker back over and bolt it in. I still don't speak European. Not if this is the language they speak. Too hard to film all that. You see a nice shiny alternator in there. New belt. New dipstick. Got the front end back on. Got everything all bolted in. We are going to start it now. Hook the battery up. Already did. Lights are on. And really old gas in it. Kind of in limp mode. Hoping it'll kind of relearn its stuff. I don't know. Yeah, there's the battery light. So that was off while we were running. That's good. And the oil light isn't on when it's running. I don't know what that is, but that's not on. Service engine soon light. We'll have to figure out what that is. Oil light and that, and I don't know. That EML goes out. Service engine light though. We'll figure that out next. Yes. That light is no longer on. We are charging. Figure the rest out. Hot rodder out. One more thing. I don't know if the power steering is working or not. I don't have the wheels totally on the ground. I'll have to check that next. It's electric power steering, and it didn't work when it was running off just the battery. For some reason, I want to say that an alternator powers a lot of things in these. The battery is just a holding cell, but doesn't actually power a lot of things. And the roof did not work. And now it does. All right. The one thing I know doesn't work, the side windows over here, they went down, but they won't go back up. They'll go down. You can hit a button up here and it takes both windows, back windows down. So when that one goes up and sounds crunchy, that one does not. That's a common thing with these, I guess. All right, let's see if the roof goes back up. Woo. Oh, the windows go down. Let the top up. Back on their own. Sunroof thing. Hold it, the windows go. But the back ones don't because they're garbage. Oh, we got some figuring out to do. We'll see. We got some figuring out to do. Door windows work good. Rear ones. Okay.
A few moments later.
Alright guys. Taking the Mini out for a little spin. A little test drive. See what's going on. Your brake rotor's rubbing a little bit, but this thing's been sitting for a couple of years, so I'm sure them rotors are a little rusty. See? All the lights went out. Shifted, went through all the gears. Got a little shimmy, might have to check the tires. Not horrible though. Got some get up and go. Alright. Got the sunroof part of it open. Nav screen's junk. I saw that tire sign. I checked all the tires are fine. I don't know why that's on. Must have a bad sensor. Alright. Get back on this road here and get her back into the shop for the next part. Alright guys, got her back in her parking spot for now. All those codes cleared. That's a good sign. I don't have to worry about that. Just have to look into the tire monitor deal. I'll have to hook up and see which one it is. All the tires are inflated, the proper inflation. Next will be cleaning her up. Buff this paint out. I gotta find a tail light for her. Clean up all this black cladding with that tail light. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, don't wait for your hot rod to be perfect to enjoy it. Do a little something, make yourself proud of what you got. Get it out, use it, get excited to do the next part. So, next part will be coming. We're gonna do those back windows, do some buffing and everything on that. There'll be another short video on that. And what else? That might be a new daily driver for a little while, and then let my mom drive it. So, see, even us Nimrod hot rodders can work on some of the fancy stuff, and so can you. So, if you like this video, like, subscribe. Don't forget, check out one of these other videos here, and we'll see you on the next one.